I do it. Fuck 'em. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck 'em. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck 'em. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck 'em. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck 'em. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck 'em. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck 'em.
One of my favorite sayings is, don't hit me and can't keep it up. Personally, I was taught to do unto others as you would have them do unto you. By no stretch of the imagination does this mean you have to always be polite and passive though. As a competitor, I seriously appreciate stiff competition as opposed to its antithesis, because it allows me to understand myself and my level of competence or skill in whatever I'm competing in. In those moments, you're either going to raise your levels and learn to get better, or you can fail and make excuses for the reason you came up short. I am very much so a proponent of sportsmanship, but I am also from what is known as universally called the hood. We talk shit unapologetically, sometimes to intimidate or distract, and sometimes just simply for the hell of it, to make the competition more compelling and fun. There is a way to go about doing this, because you can cause a physical altercation and people can get hurt, but used appropriately and in the right setting, it can be a very satisfying and useful tactic. For a very long time, there was this overly sexist idea that a female should always be seen and not heard. Even women adopted this thought process for quite some time because it was just considered normal and appropriate for ladies to be this way. I was reading about how practitioners of tantric beliefs were forced to practice said beliefs in secrecy because it was believed to be witchcraft and voodoo. In some instances, they could be executed if found out. Though this example may come off as a bit extreme, it expresses the point that through ignorance, unfamiliarity, and biases, mankind can place restrictions and muzzles on things or ideas that can really be beneficial if used appropriately. Talking shit really just ain't that deep. But if you want to, you can make it that deep. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, all season and the entire tournament, were simply just talking shit. I personally don't care what color either one of them are. These are two of the most elite women basketball players in college basketball. Ask yourself, when's the last time you had a serious debate or discussion about women's collegiate basketball? Don't worry, I'll wait. The true answer is that you probably never have. These two women, along with their awesome teams, have gifted the world with the permission to do so. I won't dismiss the race topic while addressing this because Caitlin Clark is widely regarded as the best female basketball player in college basketball, and she is white. That's quite remarkable considering the normal. She's even respected by Angel Reese as a great player. But even though I may respect you as an adversary, you can still get this work.
We're gonna get this work. We're gonna get this work.
Before the national title game occurred, Angel Reese and LSU players acknowledged that they saw how Caitlin Clark was talking smack and disrespecting opponents. They took it personally themselves, used it as fuel, and stood on that message.
LSU told you before the game, but we didn't like how she was acting towards South Carolina. She ain't gonna do that against us. Correct me if I'm wrong, Janae. This is exactly what they were saying. Going into the game, they let the basketball world know, y'all think that this is going to be some storybook ending for her. Y'all must have got it twisted. We coming, and we gonna get at her. They told you before the game, then they got in the game, got all up in her in Iowa, was up by 17 at the half, and you're waving, you're doing the Cena, I ain't here, doing all of that other stuff, and you're bringing up what she did to the competition. Yeah. I'm so happy.
There was literally no secret that it was up and it was stuck come game time. For people like Keith Olbermann to call a 20-year-old black female a fucking idiot on Twitter because she was bold enough to stand on and embrace the challenge along with the energy she had been exuding all season long only highlights that selective outrage that Chris Rock was referring to in his most recent stand-up. They had no problem when Caitlin Clark did the exact same thing to Louisville. Their excuse and caveat to differentiate the two is that Angel Reese followed Caitlin Clark around the court to administer her medication to her face. That's funny because you can't go around hitting people and then expect to dictate when, where, or how they hit you back. It's the national championship game, dog. It's up, it's stuck, and I'm standing on it. Deuces.
I'm happy. I mean, all year I was critiqued about who I was. The narrative, I don't fit the narrative. I don't fit in the box that y'all want me to be in. I'm too hood, I'm too ghetto. Y'all told me that all year. But when other people do it, y'all don't say nothing. So this was for the girls that look like me, that's gonna speak up on what they believe in. It's unapologetically you. And that's what I did it for tonight. This was for it was bigger than me tonight. It was bigger than me. Twitter is gonna go in a rage every time. And I mean, I'm happy. I feel like I've helped grow women's basketball this year. I'm super happy and excited. So I'm looking forward to celebrating in the next season.